What's up guys, Lifting here. In this video I'm gonna talk a bit about my recent experiment by running 12 tier 15 beachhead maps. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to figure out if it was sustainable cost-wise, or even if it was profitable by doing it solo, so not running rotations or anything like that. I only ran 12 because I didn't want to invest too much into it before I actually had the result. And because of that, of course, 12 maps isn't exactly a large data sample, but I still feel it provided a bit of insight into it. And I'm going to share this with you guys now. So the total cost investment for running these 12 maps was 17 times 12. So 204 chaos orbs. Each map cost around 17 chaos. Now you can of course just use the harbinger orbs, try to upgrade your maps and get them that way. But you know, you'll have to get a little lucky with it for it to pay off. But the nice thing is, of course, you also get a +1 to maps anyway if it doesn't turn into a harbinger map. But before we talk about the currency I found in there and the shards and all that stuff, I'll show you the items that I got in here. And these are the fragments you can find in here. And I did not get lucky in these 12 runs and got any of the helmet fragments. The helmet fragments are the ones that are most valuable. But even so, the total value of these fragments here were 32 chaos orbs. Had I gotten a helmet, that would have been really sweet, or a helmet fragment. I also found a bunch of random stuff in here, including fragments, a Witchfire Brew, which sells for around 20 chaos. Or, and I should say, this is in a hardcore Harbinger league, so that's where I've been picking the prices from and the values and so forth. I found a bit of random quality gems. The increased duration does sell for a nice amount, 7 chaos or something like that. I found allopathy gloves, these sell for 6. And then I found a really nice rare ring with, and it has a ton of fire resist, up to 74 I think it was. And this sells for quite a lot together with the other affixes on this. So this is a 50 chaos ring at a minimum. Divine Vessel for a couple of chaos. And the total value for the random stuff here was 84 chaos. And that's of course because of the ring and the Witchfire, it pulls it up. I didn't price the rare maps here, but I got some tier 6, tier 8, tier 9, and tier 10 maps. But these are not in the profit margin because they're not really worth much. I also found a lot of tier 11, 12, 13, 13, 14 maps, and some tier 16s. I didn't get any tier 15s. And the total value for the maps that I got in here was 81 chaos orbs, if you exclude these. So the total value I got from just random stuff dropping in here, including the unique pieces, was 197 chaos orbs in total. So that by itself almost paid for the cost investment. As for the currency gain, this is what I found in here. And the big hitters here were the annulment orbs, which for 7 of these would sell for around 19 chaos orbs. Found a lot of regular chaos orbs because of the chaos shards too. You get a ton of those in there. I got a decent amount of alks, but the very nice extra thing that you gain from this is the ancient orbs. And 10 of these sells for around 50 chaos orbs, 47 to 50 chaos orbs in hardcore currently, and they're even more expensive in softcore. And then together, when you add everything up here, the total currency gain, pure currency gain in here, was 213 chaos orbs. So if we add the items we found in here and the currency together, we end up at 410 chaos orbs. And again, the investment was 204 chaos orbs. So there's definitely profit to be made here. If we divide that per map that I ran, it was 17 chaos orbs per map. Keep in mind that the beachhead map takes a very long time to get through. On my summoner, which to be fair, isn't exactly a speed farming build, but it's decent. It took on average around 13 minutes to do so. So it also takes some time, but the nice thing was that this for me tells me that I can at least sustain the cost of running these beachhead maps if I manage to sell all the stuff, of course. But even if I don't sell all the stuff that we found, the currency gain I got from this when converted covers the investment cost. What this means is that because of the great experience gain you get in this map, I think this is the fastest experience I've ever gotten solo, and probably even better in rotations, because you can do it faster, right? But this meant I leveled from 90 to 92, the fastest I've ever done that. I didn't time it, but it felt really, really good. It didn't feel like you hit that wall as you typically kind of do when you get to those levels. And so that means that in the future, for other characters, or even if I want to level it higher, then I can safely do this without losing currency. It's not gonna cost me anything unless the prices for the Harbinger maps goes up. And that's a possibility, but it's also possible they will decrease in price, just because there will be more of them. And maybe if I were to get a little more lucky, I would get some of those helmet pieces too, which would make these numbers even better. So yeah, together with like a decent currency gain per map and the great experience that you gain from this, I actually think this is some really nice content to do for endgame. And I'll be doing that on my other characters as I level them up. It's not as good as Uber Lab farming for profit or even other methods, but it's still pretty decent. But the experience gain is what makes it really sweet. Thank you for watching, guys. And bros, do you even nerd?